the players. Both our players are from the Netherlands, and firstly, into the third round in his debut year, Flyers Richard Veenstra! Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of 153 PDC titles worldwide, including 7 Premier League titles, 6 World Grand Prix, 3 World Cups. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the 3-time champion of the world, mighty Michael
here at Ali Pali tonight. We have Michael van Gerwen, then a 3-time world champ, who is, well, as Abby said in that interview with him, the tournament favourite after we got a glimpse of all the kind of big names, all the favourites in action. Van Gerwen beat Keen Barry 3-0 in the second round, dropping just a couple of legs, averaging around 98. But the man himself said after, it was just okay. Expects more from himself, doesn't he? Maybe we expect a fair bit from him these days as well. Up against Richard Veenstra here, who's also Dutch, a former Lakeside semi-finalist, making his debut here at Ali Pali. Beat Ben Robb 3-0 in the first round, averaging around 85, and then beat Kim Huybrechts 3-0 in the second. Well, it was actually 9-0 in terms of legs. It was a real quality performance where the Dutchman averaged around a ton. But what kind of level of performance can he deliver here over, well, a Dutch darting legend in Michael van Gerwen? These two have met just once previously. That was earlier this year on the Pro Tour, a match that ended in victory for MVG. Who wins here then? To guide you through our second match of the night, I'll hand you over to Laura Turner, and good evening to Rod Studd.
Good evening, Emma. Good evening, everyone. Well, match 2 of 3 tonight, and the big man is back in town, the favourite, the 3-time world champion Michael van Gerwen. We saw Luke Littler take centre stage with that big win over Matt Campbell, and Van Gerwen won't like that. The message from MVG will be clear. Luke, this is my stage. And he'll aim to prove that with not only a win, but a big win and a big performance here against Richard Veenstra. But he shouldn't be written off completely based on what we've seen in his first 2 matches. As Emma was saying, 2 whitewash wins over the big rig Ben Robb and Kim Huybrechts, where he didn't drop a single leg. If he plays at that level, he may well rattle the cage of Michael van Gerwen. Good evening, Laura Turner.
Yeah, good evening, Rod.
What do you think?
Well, for me, I think it's Michael van Gerwen that's going to want to come out the traps as we see him fire in the first 180.
What gives you that impression?
Well, one is Michael van Gerwen, and that's what he always wants to do. But as you say, it's a real blockbuster night, but all attention has been on 16-year-old Luke Littler, and Michael van Gerwen will want to come out and prove why he is the tournament favourite.
Well, he burst onto the scene himself as a teenager, Michael van Gerwen, but he's the ripe old age of 34 now. And in the ensuing years, he's won the World Championship 3 times. It's a decade since his first win in 2014, 2017 and 2019 followed, and runner-up 3 times as well.
96. Likely required 32.
Double 16, and it's as simple as that in 13 darts.
Richard to throw first. Game.
It was interesting, wasn't it, after Michael van Gerwen's opening match?
100.
As Veenstra finds his first 180, but after van Gerwen won that match, Keane Barry only won the 2 legs. But had a lot of opportunities, and that is what Michael van Gerwen wants to shut down, and as we say, made a flying start.
Yeah, he sees his opponent having a dart as a double as a personal affront. Veenstra won 9 straight legs against Huybrechts, just the 34th time that's happened in the PDC World Championship, a 9-legs-to-0 victory. But van Gerwen can trump that because he won every single leg in a 1-to-4 set match against James Wilson. So 12 consecutive legs at the 2018 World Championship. Rare indeed.
131. Rating required 91.
He was looking for treble 18 to leave double 10, but couldn't find it. So van Gerwen now will fancy at least a dart at bullseye off 130. He'll be disappointed if he doesn't find the treble 20 with one of the first 2 at least. Missed the first, missed the second. And now Veenstra will get 2 darts at double, you would think. And it will be at tops.
So, likely required 65.
Those are the chances that you cannot let pass by, and it was such a good element of Veenstra's game in his earlier wins. But a let off.
Rating required 40.
Darts missed at tops at the back end by the players. And another by Veenstra. And another double 10. As he finally levels the match, it took him 18 darts. And 4 of them were missed doubles, but it doesn't matter now, and it's 1 apiece in the first set.
29.
Yeah, Veenstra in that opening win over Ben Robb. And he felt very nervous. It was a game that he really wanted to go out and win. His goal was to make it here on his debut year as a Pro Tour card holder. Achieved that and played with some freedom, he said, against Kim Huybrechts. But I don't think van Gerwen will be the same kind of task as Kim Huybrechts. Couldn't mount or couldn't find anything, Kim.
Veenstra twice a semi-finalist at the BDO World Championship at the Lakeside, 2016 and 2022, lost to Jeff Smith and Neil Duff. But in that 22 run, we mentioned this when we were last commentating on him, Laurie, he demolished Luke Littler with a 3-0 win, in which Littler only won 1 leg.
I think everyone tipped Veenstra to go on and lift the title.
I think Littler may have improved since then.
Just a bit.
Improved with age.
83.
Well, to leave 60, 2-dart combination after 15 darts. Well, the first leg was a blistering 13-dart leg, but it's dropped off since then from van Gerwen. Needs the double in close proximity to the single. That's a flyer, and that's not high enough.
103.
We've seen a handful of 10+ finishes from Veenstra throughout the tournament so far. Won't be adding 103 to that, so van Gerwen back for double 10.
Richie mops up to regain the lead.
Richard to throw first. Game. 134.
Abigail made the point in interview that Van Gerwen had become the tournament favourite after the first round of matches, the second round of matches in point of fact, but the first for the big players, usurping Luke Humphries. But it'll change and fluctuate and flip-flop depending on each performance, I think, amongst the really big players, and Littler has forced his way into the upper echelons of the betting market.
134.
It'll be interesting to see how it changes after this match, if at all it does. Van Gerwen needing 59 for the set.
59.
And he cleans it up to take the opening set of the match with an average of 101 and change in the end. There was a mid-set drop-off from Van Gerwen, but the start and end of it were good. And he leads now. He takes the opening set in this Dutch darting derby against Richard Veenstra. It's 1-0 MVG.
Laura and Rod.
Thanks, Emma. It's Michael Van Gerwen's 17th appearance at the World Dart Championship, the PDC Worlds, and this is his 65th match. And in the previous 64, he's posted 34 ton plus averages. Excuse me, 37 ton plus averages, and he's on course for another one here with a 3-dart average of 101.59 as we move into the second set here. And we know he can play better than that. He's had an average on this stage of 114, for goodness sake. But can he lift his game to rare heights in this match and really say, I'm the big man here, I'm the darting daddy? We've still got Michael Smith to come, by the way, the world champion himself.
Yeah, we really do always expect really big things when Michael Van Gerwen steps on that stage, and you have to say this year more than any, when you walk up to the Ali Pally and it's lit up in Paddy Power green, it's absolutely, it seems to be made for Michael Van Gerwen.
Veenstra's second maximum.
139. 41. And 21. Richard Dubois, 140.
Now the level ton is his target to leave tops, and that's exactly what he's done after 12 darts.
Much better start to the second set from Veenstra. He needs to find tops, and does.
15-dart hold of throw from Richard Veenstra. He has had 8 darts at a double in the match up to press. Double top has proved tricky to hit.
43.
Yeah, and that 9-0 in terms of legs whitewash over Kim Huybrechts, 9 from 14. It was an element of his game which was exceptional. That was a bit of an opening there for Veenstra. Not anymore. So Michael Van Gerwen finds his second max of the match.
60. Michael Uruguay, 86.
Double four.
Yeah, for the second leg.
15 dart leg for Van Gerwen, levels up the set.
Game on.
Michael said after his win over King Barry, obviously the key thing was coming back after Christmas, which is what he achieved, but it was the scoring phase he felt of his game that wasn't quite on tip-top form, but always confident coming here to the Palace, Michael Van Gerwen.
Well, his record here is quite exceptional, almost always goes deep into the tournament. In fact, of the last 11 World Championships, he's reached the semi-finals on no fewer than 8 occasions. And the only things that have stopped him have been David Chisnall, Raymond van Barneveld and a positive COVID test.
Yes.
435.
Starting to flow here, Van Gerwen.
149.
And there are very few players in professional darts that can make a big average seem ordinary. Van Gerwen is one of them. In many ways, this has appeared underwhelming, but you look at the average and it says 106.44, and he wants 32 for a 10-darter. He wants 16 for an 11-darter. He can make the exceptional look mundane. That's a measure of the man.
Yeah, outstanding second 11-darter for MVG in the match, and kicking off again with another 180.
Well, now he's starting to cook with gas.
140.
Yeah, there you see it, the averages, the disparity between the two. Veenstra has been denied the opportunity to really get playing because Van Gerwen's just come out all guns blazing.
You will not be surprised to learn that Van Gerwen holds the record average for the last 32 of the World Championship. It currently stands, and I use the word currently, at 109.23. That was against Darren Webster at the 2016 World Championship. Michael Van Gerwen's current average in this match is 109.31. Michael Van Gerwen cleans up the second set with a minimum of fuss, and you get the feeling now he's almost racing against the clock, playing against himself here. Can he produce a whopping average? The match is in his palm here already, you feel, with Michael Van Gerwen having taken the first 2 sets. He's 2 up on Richard Veenstra. Alexandra Palace, welcome back to the World Darts Championship, where that man, Michael Van Gerwen, has romped into a 2-set lead over Richard Veenstra in this Dutch darting derby. He's in complete control here, Van Gerwen, as he looks for a place in the last 16 of the 2024 World Darts Championship. He looks cool, doesn't he? There is what we've seen so far. Luke Littler, talking of looking cool, beat Matt Campbell 4-1. Van Gerwen bossing Veenstra 2-0, and the world champ Michael Smith still to come as he takes on Matters Rasmer in the final match of this evening's Arras action. Well, sometimes, Laura, you get the feeling with Van Gerwen that the race is only with himself. You know, when Usain Bolt strides clear and all you're looking at then is the clock, not the other guys running against him. Sometimes it feels like that with Van Gerwen. How impressed have you been with the way he's performed so far in the opening 2 sets?
Yeah, extremely impressive so far. Opening set average 101.59. It's a nice comfortable win in the opening set, but backed it up in that set too with 116.57 average. Overall, sat round 108.5, and as you say, this has become almost a personal contest. You feel that Veenstra needs to get anywhere near the performance levels he showed earlier on in the tournament against Kim Huybrechts if he's even going to get close, because he's not even getting a look in at the outer ring.
A reminder that the highest average of this year's tournament so far stands at 107.28. That's Stephen Bunting, and the Bullet, Bunting and Van Gerwen are scheduled to meet in the last 16 if they both keep on winning. Stephen Bunting in action tomorrow against Florian Hempel.
96.
Second highest average posted in a single match this year, 106.12. Luke Littler and Van Gerwen trying to eclipse those two stats.
423.
He'll have to keep up what he's doing. A couple of bad legs, maybe even one bad leg would put him out of the picture in that regard. Maybe at an 18 dart, a 20 dart or something. But the way he's performed, particularly in that second set, indicates that it is on here, something really big.
434. 434.
These are the things you've come to expect from Michael Van Gerwen. Very professional, very polished performance. And this is the one that matters. It's the big one, it's the world's.
73.
Going to take him 3 darts at least here. It'll take him more than that as he misses at tops wildly. And Veenstra looking at the Shanghai combination on that segment. Tops.
8. Likely require 40.
Yeah, that there. First opportunity that Veenstra's had against the throw, but all academic. Michael Van Gerwen, 2 sets up, 1 leg up.
All.
Well, odds makers impressed by what they're watching here. Van Gerwen now down to 5-2 to win the World Championship for a 4th time on January the 3rd. And Littler, incidentally, is now 8-1 after his very impressive win over Matt Campbell.
78. All. 94.
You just get the impression, don't you, just from the reactions when Michael Van Gerwen just even narrowly misses the treble 20. Obviously not happy, feeling good up there.
41.
Yeah, 1 treble visit's simply disgusting. Missing a big number will send him apoplectic with rage.
44.
As you see, absolutely furious. Given what he expects, he's every right to be.
Yeah, but also has afforded at least 6 starts there for Veenstra, who will come back for 60.
29.
Well, in amongst everything, he has had 2 visits of 29, Van Gerwen, would you believe? Tops here for Veenstra. And that was a leg he dominated in. It was Van Gerwen's worst leg of the match. As he went from dream to drain very quickly, unexpectedly. We've seen some unexpected fight backs over the years. And Van Gerwen from 2 up seemed an absolute banker, but Veenstra, if he could nick this set, you just never know. As Van Gerwen, though, resumes normal programming with a 6 maximum.
For Veenstra so far, his tournament, he hasn't actually dropped a set, so this is a different scenario for him. Obviously facing a completely different competitor in Michael Van Gerwen.
Likely 128.
Can go any way he chooses with his opponent on 276. And he chooses to leave double 16 after a dozen darts, possible 13 dart leg for Van Gerwen. When he returns, he did have an 11 darter midway through the second set, but he wants double 16 here. And he devours it. Moves to within a leg of making it 3-0 in sets. Remember, a race to 4 sets now at this stage of the competition. Sweet from Veenstra with a 3rd maximum.
41.
And in terms of set average, and you kind of implied it before, Rob, but Van Gerwen is the one that's dropped off the pace. Veenstra has picked it up.
135.
Yeah, Veenstra's set average is in the low 90s, and you feel that if he was averaging somewhere around 95, 96, 97 per set, he would have a chance on his own throw.
79. Richard, you require 120.
As here, as he leaves 120. Treble needed. Found. Wants tops. Nice finish. Highest finish of the match. So a leg here, which is absolutely imperative, one feels, for Richard Veenstra to win, to stay in the match, and it would have to be a break of the Van Gerwen throw. If Veenstra can do so, he'll half the deficit from 2 sets to 0 to 2 to 1.
Yeah, absolutely massive. Because it would be Veenstra who comes back with the darts if he can break Michael Van Gerwen. That start does not help.
Well, Vincent van der Voort being serenaded. He's not playing.
434.
It's Van Gerwen against Veenstra. They'll start thinking that Kolo and Yaya Toure are playing next, Laura.
Nothing would surprise me with an Ali Pali crowd.
153 bullseyes, Michael. Come on now.
96.
Boring. He's 54 and he's happy with that. Why wouldn't he be? He's only thrown 12 darts in the leg.
You said boring, but very, very effective.
Tongue in cheek, and he hastened to add.
Of course.
14. To leave tops. 14 dart possible.
34.
Yeah, and again, that reaction. There's no real damage done. Veenstra can't finish from 2-2-4. He may struggle to leave a finish, but Michael not happy, does not want to miss a thing.
20.
Spot on, he hasn't left to finish. 4-10, and Michael Van Gerwen claims the 3rd straight set. It was far from his best. He only averaged 91 in it, but it's enough to stretch away. 3 clear, 3 sets up, and only 4 to play. Both in, and he carries on at the risk of knocking one out, but they all stay in, and Van Gerwen makes it 7 maximums.
Yeah, and already pressure straight on the Veenstra throw. The crowd's going through all the Dutch players and the tunes that they know, with Barney Armies screamed out.
23.
Barney plays Jim Williams in the next round of the competition. That should be well worth a watch.
140. Might be 105.
Tops he goes for. 2 singles, leaves 40.
67.
What a chance for Veenstra to hold his throat. Opted for 18 for double 16.
35. Michael, you require 40.
Finds the finish. Takes the opening leg of what he hopes and believes will be the final set of the match.
Yeah, you get the feeling Michael Van Gerwen racing for the finish line. Richard Veenstra's going to have to find something very special. He's going to stop this.
as the Dutch darting juggernaut continues his relentless march towards the finishing line in the last 32. Whether he'll play Bunting or Hempel, Bunting will start favourite there, and I tell you what, the way he's playing, if he does get through to play Van Gerwen, my word, that will be one to salivate over, Laura Turner.
Yeah, there's plenty of amazing darting action still to come over the next few days.
Well, such has been Van Gerwen's drop-off after the second set concluded. He's now not even forced to finish with a ton plus average, which is a surprise and an eyebrow raiser based on the fact he was averaging over 108 after 2 sets and had averaged 116 in the second set alone.
434 or 125.
Yeah, in fairness, hasn't been overly pushed by Veenstra. Hasn't had to do much more than what he's done, but we know Michael, and he would have wanted to have just laid down a huge average, a huge marker for the rest of the field.
Can only get one dart double here. It will be at tops, up to the top of the board. Misses again.
Ready to require 52.
Well, Veenstra can keep afloat if he can hit tops. Wow, that was wild, wasn't it? That's missed by about the same amount, except below, not above. Double 10. And that moves him to within a leg of victory. And I'm sure Laura, Professor Park would diagnose some psychological reason for Van Gerwen's drop-off in form here. I'm not going to begin to guess. It's just happened, but it will give more than hope to all the other players in the tournament. Not that they fear him as much as in 2017. I think people were afraid of Van Gerwen. That's not the case anymore in 2023-24. But they'll watch this and think, if he plays like he did in sets 3 and 4, then he's a mere mortal.
Yes, no, I would agree. We've seen some brilliance from Michael Van Gerwen in this match, but as you say, the tail off just lends a little bit of opportunity, a bit of hope for the rest of the field.
Yeah, it's been a Jekyll and Hyde performance here from the Green Machine. But in and amongst, he has hit 8 180s now, Van Gerwen. And 55% of the double, an average of now 101. So if you look at that stats, for any mere mortal, it would be exceptional. But this is not a mere mortal, it's Van Gerwen. Oh, what a finish this would be. Double 5, and Van Gerwen wraps it up in superhuman style by canning a 130 to finish it off. In and amongst, he was absolutely exceptional. The second set was vintage Van Gerwen. After that, he dropped off, but he was so far ahead and had so much in hand, Veenstra could not lay a glove on him. And it was a comprehensive success. Very easy for MVG as he breezes through to the last 16 with a whitewash win over his Dutch compatriot.
Yeah, really was a one-sided match in the end. Veenstra tried to mount a charge, but Michael Van Gerwen just far too strong. The damage all done in those early 2 sets, and Michael Van Gerwen cruising through to round number 4. And there you can see the draw. Van Gerwen will be playing the winner of Hempel or Bunting. We also saw Scott Williams go through earlier today, who played the winner of Damon Heta or Berry Van Peer.
Yeah, fascinating stuff as he tried to look ahead, but no match should be taken for granted, and Van Gerwen certainly didn't do that tonight. He knew that he needed to perform, and perform he did, particularly in the opening 2 sets. And it will take something special, you'd feel, to stop MVG on the way to his 4th world title. That's what he's looking for. OK, let's hear the thoughts of the 3-times world champion MVG. He's talking on stage to Polly.
Yes, the Green Machine meant business tonight. You look comfortable up here, did you feel it?
Yes, I definitely felt it. It's always the question, hey, how do you come back after Christmas? But I think I showed some great odds tonight. Of course, I also had some poor legs, but don't get me wrong, I think that was a good game.
Well, look, you know, there was total dominance in some of your game tonight. You must be pleased with your performance. 116 average in the second set. That's brilliant.
Yeah, of course, but sets like that matters. From games like that, you can push someone, you can put pressure on him, and that's exactly what I did. And I didn't want to give him the feeling there was anything to get in this game, but more important, he's not a bad player, you know what I mean? So I know him really well. He's a good player, fantastic player. His first time he had his tour car, but for me, it was just, I had to keep my focus going, and I think I did that. The will to win was there, the fighting, Michael, and you know, that's what we want to see.
Absolutely, and the crowd has been phenomenal tonight for you, Michael. Did you hear them chanting, all the Dutch players?
But the crowd is not only here, they're always great, and that's what we want to see. It's amazing. I think there's a credit for the arts. They're absolutely spot on.
Yeah, you're going to line up a game between yourself and either Florian Hempel or Stephen Bunting. Who would you like to play? Because it could be a tasty match between you and Bunting next.
Give me Bunting. I got him. Nah. He's a fantastic player, but he does really well. But I'd rather play people who are in good form, do you know what I mean? If you want to win this tournament, you have to beat anyone. Whoever comes on your path. That's simple, that's it.
Do you think you've got the measure of Bunting, though? He's in great nick. Have you got the measure of him at the moment? He's in great nick.
I don't really care. Anyone who comes on my path, I have to beat them. And that's the only thing I'm wishing for. I had a great Christmas, I had a day with my family, and I got all the energy, and I feel good.
We love it, and we'll see you in the last 16. Congratulations, Michael van Gerwen, ladies and gents.
Give me Bunting. Michael van Gerwen then marches on, the three-time champ, into the last 16 for a 10th time. What a night here at the Palace. One match still to come. Next, Bully Boy back on his turf.